Still remember where I'm from, all the peeps that I came with. Told them I would make it, now we all speaking greatness. But wait, it's the same kid, I must be dreaming. Came from the bottom, now we pull up in Lamborghinis. Came up in Ohio where the winters get cold. Mom and dad struggling, trying to keep us in the home. Had to see the bigger picture, never settled for the norm. Knew that I was different, I was destined to be more. Hit the books hard, took a shot at fate. Packed up, left the city, had to level up the game. Went to college, putting knowledge in my brain. No excuses, made a way, now the world know my name. Still remember where I'm from, all the peeps that I came with. Told them I would make it, now we all speaking greatness. But wait, it's the same kid, I must be dreaming. Came from the bottom, now we pull up in Lamborghinis. Degree in my hands, but I knew there was more. Engineering by the day, but my mind on the score. Tech game calling, so I built my own lane. Turned ideas to business, now the profit's insane. Real estate moves, stacking bricks like a mason. Properties and flips, growing that bank statement. Took the risk, took the grind, now we leading generations. Showing young kings, dreams just need a little patience. Still remember where I'm from, all the peeps that I came with.
Alright, so today we are at Columbus Bilingual Academy behind me. And we're going to talk to some kids at the bilingual school here. And this is just a part of the action, part of the giving back. So it's not just about the cars, but it's also what you do. Once you've achieved a little bit in life, you always want to give back. So let's see if I can record this. All right, I'm gonna put that in the background just to make it interesting. What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? Okay, so my name is Will Moss. I'm a YouTube. Well, actually, I want you guys to guess what I do. I do a few different things. YouTube is like a hobby for me, and it's kind of interesting, so I wanted to put it up. But I want a few of you guys to guess what I do for a living. So we're talking about career paths and stuff today, right? So anybody just guess what I do for a living? Somebody said sell cars. What else? What'd you say? What else? A racer? What else? Anybody else can guess? All right, so I don't sell cars. I thought I might sell cars when I was younger. I was like, because I like cars so much. I don't sell cars. I'm actually a software engineer. So I'm from Columbus. I went to high school at Walnut Ridge High School on the east side. And I'm going to tell you my story and how I got to do what I do. But I do a few different things. I'm an entrepreneur. How do you say that in Spanish? Vendedor? Bueno. But everybody else understand my English. Pero si quieres hablar en español, podemos hablar en español. Okay, so I do a few different things. I'm going to run down the quick list of things that I do. And then I'm going to tell you the path. But I'm here for you guys. So if you guys want to ask me something about what I do, just stop me. Because I'm going to stop and we're going to talk about what you guys care about. Está bien? Perfecto. Okay, software engineer. That's my main job, the main skill that I have, the main career that I've had, software engineering. Number two, I'm a business owner. So I own a business that's in the recruiting space because I started a social network, sort of like Facebook. I started a long time ago, and I'll tell you guys the story. Number three, I am a real estate investor. Inversiones en bienes raíces, comprando casas, vendiendo casas, cosas así. So I buy and sell houses here in Columbus because I always wanted to have a car like that. And to get a car like that, I had to invest. Tenía que hacer inversiones en algo para que se crezca. So later I could have a car like this. I had to invest in something. So software engineer, business owner, real estate investor, and for fun, I do YouTube. So I'm a YouTuber. I don't like to consider myself a YouTuber because la gente piensa que people think that if you're a YouTuber, like that's all you care about is doing YouTube videos to make money off of stuff like that. I actually do YouTube because I remember when I was your age, I remember being in a class like this, and I didn't have anybody to show me how to get something like this. So I do YouTube to show people the path that you can take to follow your dream. That's why I do YouTube. So it's more of a hobby rather than such a career. Okay, so I'm going to tell you my story. So like I said, I'm from Columbus, Ohio. The thing for me, I didn't like being poor when I was growing up. And I was very, very poor. Like when I used to go to school, kids used to pick on me because of my clothes. My clothes were real bad. And I remember when I was in high school, I made the basketball team and all the kids in the school got the shoes. Not all the kids in school. All the kids that made the basketball team got these really nice shoes. And I was the only kid on the team that couldn't afford the shoes. And when I told my dad I needed the shoes, he got mad at me. He was like, we couldn't afford it. So I grew up poor and I didn't like it. So when I came out of high school, and we're talking about career paths, right? I'm gonna turn down the sound a little. We're talking about career paths, right? So I had to figure something out, right? And like I said, you guys stop me any part of the story. I had to figure something out for me not to be poor. And I had two older brothers. My older brothers, one of them, when he graduated from high school, he didn't really do anything and he was poor. I had another brother, my oldest brother, he went to college, but he dropped out and he was struggling in college. And I didn't like that because we were already struggling. So I was like, when I graduate, I got to do something different. So I decided when I graduate that I was going to go to college. My parents said, you should go to college, you should get an education because then you'll have more skills and then you can make money with a job. And I was like, money, that's what I need. So I decided to go to college. I was kind of good at math. So I was like, maybe I can do some type of career. And I was kind of good at computers. I used to be in the band. I used to play the drums, stuff like that. So when I went to college, I played the drums in the band. And because I was good at computers, I said, let me study something related to computers. So I studied computer science. And it was as simple as this because nobody came to my class like I'm coming to your class today and told you like, here's some different here's some different career paths and we're going to do a little activity related to that. But nobody came to my class and told me you could do computer science or you could be an engineer or software. I didn't have that. So when I filled out my college application, I just put computers on there. And the school, when they got that, they were growing their computer program at the college. So they put me in the computer program and put me in as a major for computer science just by default. It was probably one of the best things that could ever happen. So I went and studied computer science. My whole thing when I was walking around on campus, when I was studying was I can't like mess this up. I didn't have enough money to finish like paying for school. So I was like, I have to work hard because maybe I can get some money to pay for school. And that's exactly what I did. I worked hard. I was the #1 student that didn't have money. And thank God I got a scholarship my second year in college. I got a scholarship. That scholarship helped me pay for college and finish college and become a software engineer after I graduated. So I'm gonna tell you a story because like I said, I always wanted to have a nice car when I grew up, right? I love cars. So when I got to my job as a software engineer, I was working at AT&T. Everybody knows AT&T like cell service. I was working there as a software engineer during the day and I was getting paid $35,000 a year. So at the point in time when I graduated, that was okay, but still it wasn't enough money to really like follow my dream. So like, let's break it down. $35,000 a year is roughly close to $3,000 a month. To pay for rent at that time was about $800 a month, close to $1,000 a month. So once you get paid every month, $3,000, they take out taxes. Everybody heard of taxes and know what taxes is about, right? The government takes out money. After they took out the taxes, I had about $2,200 for the whole month. I remember the first month I got paid, I wanted to buy a stereo system. Like this is my first job out of college. I wanted to buy like a little stereo to put in my bedroom. I bought the stereo, I think it was $800. And after I bought the stereo, I was left with $1,400 for the whole month. So I was like, 4 weeks, about $1,400. That's not going to be enough. I got to pay my car payment. I got to pay rent. Eventually, I was still living with my parents. I was like, this is not going to be enough money for me to get to this, right? So then I started thinking, okay, how do people get to that? And at this point in time, we had the internet, you know, when I was like working and stuff, but we didn't have YouTubers. We didn't have like people explaining kind of how to get it. But I at least knew one thing, like when people get like rich, they're either some type of investor, and I didn't know anything about that, but I started trying to learn and stuff. They're either an investor or some type of business owner. So then I started talking to my friends that I went to school with, and I said, you know what? We need some kind of business because we're not getting paid enough money to like really live. Like we can barely go on vacation. So me and my buddies, we started talking about business ideas, and we had an idea because back then when I graduated, there was no Facebook, Instagram, there was no anything like that. But because I knew how to create software, I had the idea to create something like that. And so that's where my first business came from. So like I told you guys, I'm an entrepreneur. My first business was a social network like Facebook that I created with skills that I learned how to do as a software engineer. Created a website, created a social network, and it blew up. It took off. And once it took off, it took some years, but it finally started making money on top of the money that I was making as a software. So I started changing jobs. I started getting paid a little bit more. So I went probably about 4 or 5 years building a company. I got married, had kids. I started building a company, and eventually I started getting paid a little bit extra. That's my girlfriend at the time. This video is kind of old. Like this was my first Lamborghini that I got. But since then I've had a few different cars like that. All right, so okay, so I'm telling you guys a story. We're gonna have some time to like chop it up on questions and stuff like that. But I got married. I had 2 kids. I had to learn Spanish. My ex-wife was tenía que hablar español, aprender español, todo eso. So I had to do all of that. At the same time, I had to build my business and try to follow my dreams. So we did it, right? So we did it, built a business, and eventually I quit my job and became a full-time like business, like running my company. And I started making decent money. I started hiring people, and I had my first business. Then once the business started doing good, so this is going to be the path at least somebody in here is that out of you guys, some of you guys are going to have big dreams. So I'm trying to give you the path. If you have a big dream, this is one of the ways that you can get there. It might not be by being a software engineer. It might be going and learning a skill, and then you take that skill and you get a job and you start making money and you can take care of yourself. But then you might have a bigger dream. If you have a bigger dream, the whole thing of this, what I'm talking about, is that you can follow that bigger dream, even though stuff might be hard or difficult, you can still do it. Because I grew up, like I said, I grew up really poor. That's my whole reason of telling you that is because nobody gave me anything. I had to go and figure it out and work hard to follow my dream. So once I started my business and I started doing okay, then I still had this bigger dream because I was able to buy a house. I was able to take care of my kids and my family and everything. But I had a bigger dream of being able to do something like that and buy like a dream car, like a Lamborghini or a Ferrari or something, right? So in order to get there, I started thinking about, okay, now I'm a business owner, but I need to take it to the next level and I need to start investing. And I started buying real estate here in Columbus and doing like rehabs, flipping homes, fixing homes up, selling homes, renting homes out. And I started a whole nother company as a real estate investor. And then I used those investments to then follow my dreams, which was to finally buy a Lamborghini. So that's my path that I took, and I'm running out of time. So that's the path that I took, right? As a software engineer to a business owner to an investor. But after that, I started getting into the YouTube. So that's kind of like what brings me here today is I'm here to share. All right, so I want to do like a little activity so that you guys can kind of, let's get involved in this together. The activity I want to do, so we have something now. I told you guys I'm a software engineer, so I like to do stuff on software. So everybody probably has a cell phone or access to a cell phone in that, right? How many people have heard of Chat GPT? Pretty much everybody. That's awesome. All right, so today we're talking about career paths. So we're going to use Chat GPT in an activity. All right, so here I got questions I want you guys to think about. I got 3 questions for you to think about. One is, what are you good at? So I want you to think about what you're good at. Number 2, I want you to think about what you like to do or what you love to do, right? What you really like to do. Like for me, I was good with computers. I also love getting on the internet and fooling around and making stuff on the computer. And then 3, what are you interested in? Like what are the things that you're interested in? So I want somebody to volunteer and give me what you're good at, what you love or like to do, and what you're interested in. Anybody volunteer? Dígamelo. Yo sé que está pensando en algo. Somebody, anybody. What you like to do? Go ahead. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. You say you like to cook or you like to draw. So I'm gonna show you guys how to use ChatGPT to help you in your future. I use ChatGPT on my job all the time because I'm talking to clients. I'm trying to, do deals. I'm doing email all the time. So as a part of the activity for today, I want to give you guys an example of how you can help figure things out in the future using ChatGPT. So she said, we're going to create a career path. Okay, you say you like to draw. And you like to cook. All right, we're gonna put that in ChatGPT. And so you say you're good at drawing or good at cooking? Good at drawing. Okay. All right, so someone that's good at drawing, and then someone that likes to cook. All right, let's see what ChatGPT comes up with. All right. Wow. So ChatGPT is like writing this out like in real time, right? So this is something that you can do at home or like when you got free time and you're trying to think, what are you going to do in the future? Because we all got to be able to take care of ourselves. All right. So here's some cool things that ChatGPT came up with that you could think about for you. 1, a food illustrator. Can create illustrations for cookbooks, packaging, or food magazine. You can be a culinary content creator. Design and post original recipes with drawn visuals on social media. Or you could be a food stylist assistant. So this is somebody that helps arrange food for photos and video shoots. Or you can be a recipe developer. You can develop your own recipes. Use this for creative cooking, visual skills to develop new dishes for restaurants. So it actually gave me a whole lot more than that. But if you can take what you like to do, take what you're good at, combine that, then when you go to work and make a living when you're older, you can use that and not really feel like you're working. So like when I do my day-to-day job, when I'm sitting at the computer and I'm writing code, I like to do it. It doesn't really feel like I'm working. Alguien más que compartir. You have one? Okay. You have one? Okay, tell me. Oh, okay. All right, we're gonna put that in here. You said Gel-X. Okay, so that's what you are. You what are you good at? Cooking. Okay, but you say you like to do the Gel-X nails. Okay. All right, so we're gonna do another one. Since she said she's good at cooking, so I'm gonna put like domestic, and you like to do the nails, right? The Gel-X nails. Okay. All right. Let's see what it says. This is interesting. All right, so it's giving me a lot of stuff. It's like writing it down real life. All right. All right, so it says the first thing you can do, like when you're younger, right, and you're just trying to explore. Like one of the things that I recommend, if you don't know what you want to do, try a lot of different things until you figure something out that you like. Right? My parents, one of the things my parents did that I hated when I was a kid, they used to put us in all different types of activities, me and my brothers, and like singing. I hated singing. They put us in sports activities. They put us in all different kind of things. But I figured out what I like and what I don't like. Okay, so here's what ChatGPT is recommending. You can practice gel nails on friends or dolls, or watch tutorials and experiment with nail art kits. So what it's basically trying to tell you is you practice and try different things out. Now, to the next level, you can get certified as a nail technician, right? That pays well. Matter of fact, I have a young lady that works for me now. I have an office, right? And she works for me during the day. She's my assistant for my real estate stuff. But in the afternoon, she does appointments. She does gel nails in one of my offices. So that's something that can turn into a lot of money, to be honest. You can also be a lifestyle influencer because you know how to cook, you know how to do things. You can share daily routines, home tips, nail art online, and grow a following. All right. So basically, you can play around with chat, put in there what you like. That's not fair. All right. So basically, you can put in what you like to do, what you're good at, and have ChatGPT come up with some ideas to follow. All right. Anybody else? All right. So if you guys don't want to answer that, okay, go ahead. What website do I make? It's okay if I show. Okay. All right. I'm gonna show you the website that I make. So you're familiar with Facebook, right? Okay. So it's like Facebook, but it's called HB Connect. Basically, what this website is when I made this website, there was no Facebook. Okay, so the college that I went to, when I graduated, I worked with a bunch of people that went to similar colleges as me. They're called historically black colleges and universities. And back in like 100 years ago, like blacks and Latinos and Native Americans, they couldn't go to main university, so they had to go to HB a long time ago in the past. Of course, now you can go to whatever university you want to go to, but historically, there's about 105 universities that have this history. So I went to one of the schools, and I didn't know that when I went there. Thought it was a regular university. When I learned about it, I created a website for all my friends that also went to these schools, so that we could stay in touch with each other. So like this Hampton, did you go to HBCU? Yeah. So one of the things like that you do on a social network is you can connect with friends and stuff like that. So people can create profiles and can click on the profiles. And the way I get paid is advertisement. So like companies come to me to advertise their jobs, and then they can advertise the jobs on the website and can go check out the opportunity. So it's like trying to do something to help people, and at the same time, that's how I make a living. But it was an idea because nobody was doing anything like that back when I started the website. So now you have like Facebook and stuff like that. But back then, when I started, it blew up quick. Any other question? Como puedo ayudarles? Dime, who has a question? I'm sorry. A live stream? Live stream? Yeah, I do live stream sometimes, but I don't get paid. So like a lot of times people ask me how much I get paid to YouTube on the phone. Do I do it? Oh, am I? No. No, I'm not live streaming right now. But I am recording it so I can share with other people. All right. So how much? Let's talk about money. Let's talk about money. Somebody guess how much I made as a software engineer? How much per what? Per what? Per year? Per month? Per week? Per month? 10,000 a month? That's a good guess. That's 120,000 a year. As a software engineer, when I started, I was making $35,000 a year. When I finished, I was making about $90,000 a year, which is good money, but not when you want to like. I had bigger dreams than that because it's okay. Like that's good money. You gotta like appreciate it. But I always wanted to do like bigger stuff. Like I wanted to have like a house here, a house in Florida, a house in overseas. I want to have Lamborghini and Ferrari, stuff like that. So I had to do more. Like I had to do more than that. So that was my software engineering. I made about $90,000 a year when I quit. This was in 2004 when I quit. All right, so who can guess how much I made when I started business with six employees? No idea. No idea. Let me put it to you like this. You can do very well when you have your own business. You can do very well when you have your own business. All right, what else is on everybody's mind? Anybody have any more questions? So this is a bilingual school, right? So when it's bilingual, is it Spanish and English or ¿Qué cada traes hoy? Hellcat. Hellcat. So, ¿ah? ¿Qué dice? Oh, there's okay. My favorite car is. I'll show you my favorite car. That one. That's my favorite. This one. That's a Lamborghini Technica. Yeah. It's this blue one there. The light blue one. How many employees? Okay, so that's a good question. So you asked me how many employees do I have? So when you have a business, you can have like a small business, right? Let's say you cut grass or something like that, or you have like you sell something online or something, and you could be yourself, right? But in order to make more money, you have to do what's called scale. So that means basically grow your business bigger and then have more people on your team, and they can make money and you can make more money, right? So on my team right now, I have probably 10 people on my team now. I have some people in Colombia. I have some people in Florida, some people in Georgia and Ohio. In Colombia. Colombia, yo hago Airbnb. ¿Quién sabe lo que es Airbnb? You know Airbnb? Airbnb. Yeah. I rent out houses. The difference between a regular rental, like I do in Ohio, and an Airbnb is Airbnb, you put furniture in it and you can make more money. So in Colombia, there's a city called Medellin. Everybody wants to go to Medellin for vacation. So I bought real estate there for cheap. I put furniture in it and made it look nice. And then I rent it out on Airbnb. Okay. Muchas gracias a todos. Tengas un buen día. Gracias por su atención. Gracias. Okay. Everybody have a good day. Take care. Oh, yeah. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. No, thank you, man. Appreciate it. Maybe. Okay. I'm recording now. Who asked me that? Somebody. You said if I'm recording? It's on now. Yeah. So you get paid off of views, though. You don't get paid off of subscribers on YouTube. You know what you want to be when you get older? Not yet? Do you? Who knows? An artist? Excellent. Are you drawing right there? Oh, wow. That's really good. Very good. All right. So I think I got to go to the next room. ¿Se puede comunicar conmigo en Instagram? Yo le ayudo. Sí. Okay, everybody have a good day. Gracias por su atención. ¿Cómo? Es lo mismo. Sí, Will Motivation. Sí. Cuídate. Cuídate.
What is that, microphone?
Yeah. Cuídate. Cuídate. Bye. Cuídate. Thanks. All right, we did it. Just talked to the kids at Bi-Lingual school. That was fun. Columbus, where is it? There it is. Columbus Bi-Lingual Academy North. Really good kids. A little bit younger than I'm used to speaking with. They're like 6th graders, 7th graders. But try to say something or do something that they will remember. They can think about their future. So it was fun. It was really fun. Muy bien, muy bien. Vamos. So you're thinking about joining my channel, or maybe if you haven't thought about joining my channel, maybe you should, because channel members on my channel get access to exclusive content with exclusive cars like this here Lamborghini Revuelto, like this here Ferrari F8, like this here behind me Lamborghini Huracan Technica, or even the Porsche almost said a new car that I have on the channel that you guys don't know about. But this Porsche 911 Carrera T, the RS3. All of the videos that I upload on this channel, my channel members get to see those videos first as soon as I push them out, and then they're released on a schedule. I already have about 10 videos lined up that only my channel members have access to. If you're considering joining my channel, now's a good time. I definitely will shout you guys out. I'll answer your questions in my live stream with priority. Yeah, so hey, join my channel subscription through YouTube and get access to exclusive content just for you, and early access to content that I release on the channel, sometimes as early as 2 or 3 weeks in advance. So yeah, if you want the loose scoop, I got 2 cars that I haven't even released on the channel yet. So stay tuned, hit that join button. Hey, and join the exclusive section of our membership on the channel here on YouTube. Peace.
It's the one and only Floyd Money Mayweather. I'm here to tell you guys to go to Wheel Motivation. The exotic cars is crazy. I've been watching this show for a little while now, and it's growing. But we need everybody else to subscribe to Wheel Motivation and support Will. I'm supporting them. You do the same.
Welcome to Will